on, dudes? How you guys doing? I am TheeRealDuke, and welcome to episode 24 of my Minecraft SMP Let's Play series. How you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing alright. We are here at my sorter in the new project that I'm working on. Yes, it is brick. It's brick, and a couple of great guesses came in, and it is going to be a steampunk build. So what I wanted to try and do is a couple things. With this. First is there's going to be some redstone components. You can see some of them here. Not that this is an overly complicated thing, but in the past, I think the way most people treat redstone is like you hide the wiring, and then you kind of like make it slick and try and make it disappear so that you can't see it, and then like you just hit a button and then all of a sudden something appears. And there's a lot to be said for that, and that is what I usually do. I was thinking, what if instead of doing that, we actually incorporate it into the design and then make the design look cool? So I tried to do that with this, and from certain angles it actually looks like the part of like the working part of an engine of some kind. I don't know how many cylinders, but it looks like a kind of a giant engine. So that's kind of fun. This isn't completed yet. There's still some things I'd like to figure out with it. But again, we have it suspended, or have the sorters, you know, kind of appearing as if they're suspended from this arch, which I am going to fix up and zazz up a little bit too. On the underside, I actually made a passageway through the middle and zazzed this up a little bit in here, which is kind of neat. The stuff is kind of happening overhead. I think it's kind of cool. So that I've done this since last time, and obviously all of this brick. Now, why would I go brick? Well, let's talk about steampunk. Now, I'm not a huge steampunk aficionado, although I think it's really cool and really awesome. And most of what I've seen that would be considered steampunk, I really enjoy. I definitely dig it. I love, for example, all of the cool gizmos and stuff, and all the different suits and things, and from like Hellboy. Like, a lot of that is steampunk and just really cool looking, and I'm totally into it. But there's a very broad definition for steampunk, and I'd like to explore a lot of it, but I need to start someplace. So where I'm starting, the steampunk that I'm talking about, or the steampunk style that I'm going to try and emulate, is kind of a Victorian era, which is like early 1800s, Victorian style, well, 1800s-ish, around there. Victorian style buildings, which are often red brick, and then I'm gonna just add whatever kind of machinations onto that after I complete that initial style. Now, I don't have a style set in stone. Maybe that's not going to work. Maybe that's going to look stupid, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. So I found this is going to be a warehouse. This is going to be my storage warehouse for this build. It is way more massive than the one I built in Ishiyama, and perhaps unnecessarily way more massive. But that's okay. I wanted to build something big, and I wanted to, you know, build something that was a palette that was big enough for me to explore different parts of the design that I could use in the future. So this is what I came up with, and what I want to do is I'm actually working from a design. Actually, here, let me put a picture of that up for you guys. Take a look at this. Okay, this is, I don't know the rights to this picture. This is a picture I found. It's Wikimedia Commons, so I can't imagine there's an issue with it. But I saw that, and I was like, that's cool. I consider this roof line to be just really indicative and characteristic of a Victorian style build. And so I'm going to start with that. I'm going to build a Victorian warehouse, and then I'm going to zazz it up from there. So for this episode, what I'm going to do is, I still got some podzol, some grass, and some ferns, and some water in the floor here. I'm going to keep this water feature. I'm not sure exactly how. There's actually a cave underneath this stuff over here, where the water starts, and I'd like to actually connect that somehow. Not sure how. Maybe just have like a glass floor of some kind. Anyway, I want to keep that, but I got to finish the floor, and then I'm going to start working on the roof and see how that goes, and then we'll take it from there. I'm a little excited and a little nervous because, again, I've never tried this style before. I don't exactly know what I'm doing, and I'm going to be making it up as I go, but I think we're going to be all right. A couple other things since last time. Because of all of the brick that we need, I have full-time charcoal makers, and these are actually firing out clay. All of these are firing out clay and bricks for me to turn into these. I've gone through 8 double chests of clay balls already. I got almost 2 more still here left to fire that I gotta divvy up to those. Anyway, so that is the plan for this episode. I'm gonna get on this floor. I'm gonna come up with a little bit of a little design aesthetic that we're gonna be working from, and then I'll bring you guys back in when we get it worked out. Okay, so my health is fine. Don't worry about it. It kind of looks like a flattened dragon face here, like an eye over there, an eye over there, and like the little flat nostrils. Anyway, some buck teeth, kind of a thing. Anyway, so this is what I'm thinking. I'm gonna do an outline of the smooth slabs, the smooth stone slabs, and then accent it out with this jazz, the spruce slabs, and I have these every so often for a little bit of zazz. We're not going to use too much stone brick in this build. It's just kind of an accent around. Might use it for some detailing up in the roof. I'm going to also connect these over connect these into the wall, because they should be connected into the wall. So I'm going to do that, just like do like a little archway type thing here, and then connect it over. It's gonna look cool when it's done. It'll look like a kind of a thing. It'll look similar to this. How this is like those arches down there. Anyway, so that's what I accomplished there. You'll notice I also swapped out the brick and dark oak with stone brick and spruce slabs, and then I leveled this off over here and completed the transition up to this level. I don't know how we're gonna get up there, but as I look around, you can kind of see that it's divided into floors. So the first floor is like right along here, second floor, and then the top floor. And the top floor is wide open with massive windows, because back in the day they had to save money on lighting. It was expensive to light those things, so massive windows in the ceiling and upper levels, and in the roof if we can. So we'll see how we can work that out, but it's going to be good. So right now, I'm going to zip along here and finish the floor, and then we'll see what we can work out with the roof. It's raining, which, boo, but what are you going to do? So, floors are mostly done. I need to move this stuff, but that's going to be annoying, so I'm obviously avoiding doing that. I would like for it to be nearby. I might actually, I would really like is maybe a sorter connected to the bottom of these, so that as they're just dumping out bricks, because most of this build is gonna be bricks, or a lot of it anyway, it just feeds it right into there, so I don't need this crap around here. An auto smelter is really what I'm needing here. But anyway, that is another episode. So yeah, this is what I got for the floor. I think it looks good. I keep seeing faces and smiles and weird designs and stuff, but that's okay. I think that adds to it. So the next step is the roof. So the roof kind of has, and I'm going to start with just one of these corners. The roof has kind of a double peak. So the first part of it kind of comes up at a steep angle, like 2 blocks up, 1 block over, 2 blocks up, 1 block over kind of peak. And then the second one is a shallower, kind of 1 block over, 1 block up, 1 block over kind of a thing. So that might be right. It might have to be slabs to get the shape right. I'm more concerned with getting the shape right for now than the color palette or the the specific blocks that I'm using, but I want to get close. So I'm thinking I'm actually going to make the roof out of cobble, which may make you gag. However, I get it. Yeah, I get it totally. But you know, if let me just switch into creative here. If we look around at the blocks that we have at our disposal in terms of which ones are available in slab form or stair form to get the best shapes, it's really kind of pathetically limited. What we need, and I've been saying this, we need a slate colored block that has stairs and slabs and maybe even a polished form to look nice, or a brick form or a stacked form of something, because there's so many slate shingled roofs. You need like a dark grayish bluish color thing for a roof, and there are no blocks even that color. There's gray blocks and there's bright blue blocks, but there's no, it's kind of disgusting. So I need a darker colored block that has stairs and slabs, and I don't want to use this, but I don't have much of a choice. So let's see if we can work this out here. Okay, so this is just an experiment here. So let's see what this slope looks like. I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna go up one and then a stair, and then up one and then another stair, and we'll see if this gives us the approximate slope that we're looking for. As soon as I get more cobble. Alright, more cobble. And we'll be able to tell once we get this row in if this is enough of a slope. I'm just going to do this edge here. See if that's going correctly. I can't, I should be able to tell if I can't. Let's just come up and try one more and see if this will be enough information for us here. I don't think that's steep enough. I don't think it's steep enough. Alright, I'm going to tear this down. We're going to make it a little bit steeper. See what happens. Okay, good news is that is the correct slope. But if I look closer at the reference material, the walls actually flare out just below the bottom, and then there's a little bit of a lip just beyond that, and then the roof line actually starts with the flare out. So I don't have the flare out on here, so I'm gonna go grab some stairs, do that, and see if we can't finalize the design concept for our roofs. Oh yes, so this most accurately matches the photograph in overall shape and proportion. What I had to do actually was a couple things. So I added this it's a quasi-dental molding, dental like teeth. Architecturally speaking, that is the design for molding that has notches in it like this. Generally, the notches are more regular, like every other. It would be essentially like every other block. Anyway, so that, instead of just a line smooth straight across, I gave some little breaks in there to add some zazz. The only thing that's missing in here is a couple windows to just add a little bit of interest to it. But what I actually had to do was, because of this little line here, and it's getting dark, I'll throw down some torches so we can see what I'm talking about. So I threw this little border down, which is necessary, but it actually hid this first half of this first block, because you know how half slabs are. And so from here it didn't look right. So what I actually had to do was, instead of going up 1, 2, and then a stair, and then into the next course, I went 1, 2, 3, and then a stair in the next course. It's actually 3 up, 1 over, 2 up, 1 over, 1 up, 1 over, and then it goes 1 up, 1 over to the top, and that's what I think gives it that gives it the appropriate effect. I think that looks awesome. Again, we just need to throw like a window, couple of 2-3 windows, little windows in there. And then this corner will be like that, that corner will be like that, that one, and that one also. These will be little modified versions of this, like stubbier and smaller, and these will be their own separate kind of roof, and hopefully those will be done for next episode. But that is it for this episode. Thank you, dude, so much for taking a second to check this out. I'm well on my way to a steampunk warehouse in my mind. I hope it's gonna. I have high hopes for this. I think it's gonna be cool. Let me know what you guys think. Show me some of your favorite steampunk designs. Point me in the direction, in the right direction, please. Give me some ideas here. Give me some thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear from you guys. Thank you guys so much again for taking a second to check this out. I genuinely appreciate it. I'll catch you guys next time. It's TheeRealDuke, and I'm out.